Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare in another episode of DNA Saturday, which is the weekly series here on my channel where subscribers send me in DNA bombs. That was the create class we're going to be using throughout the entirety of this gameplay. If you guys would like, you can go back and pause the video, that way you can get a good look at the class. But keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, I will be talking about the class setup throughout this video because we're running around with the M1 Irons, the big Akimbo death machines. These things are so much fun to run around with. Remember when they actually first came into Advanced Warfare, every single lobby was just full of people. It was like a cowboy game. Like, it wasn't as much of like a Call of Duty game, like a modern shooter game or anything like that. It was basically like Red Dead Redemption for a couple days when these things first hit the Xbox. Like, everybody was just running around with these things, which was definitely fun, man. I think it was fun running around with these, and sometimes it came down to who had the most luck, because I definitely think that running Akimbo with these is the best way to go. I'm sure some of you guys will disagree, but I definitely think running Akimbo M1 Irons is a lot better than running single M1 Irons. And so basically everyone's running around hip firing at each other with these things, and sometimes you're like, how did I not kill that guy? And sometimes these guys will get such crazy lucky kills on you. It was so frustrating yet so fun because, again, you're running around basically like a cowboy. Then of course they added a bunch of stuff into the game in the form of a cowboy hat, cowboy boots, double pistols. Like, it's basically, I don't know if this is Call of Duty or Red Dead Redemption anymore. Which, speaking of Red Dead Redemption, can we get a Red Dead Redemption 2? Rockstar, please, somebody? Jeez, I want that so bad. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of DNA Saturday. This particular DNA bomb is being brought to you by a man that goes by the name of Ghost Ninja 187, who is, and right here we pick up a nice triple kill. Oh, look at that in the kill feed. I love it. Who is a returning guest here on DNA Saturday, as was a returning guest on my YouTube channel in general, having been featured last year with Chemstrike Saturday. That seems so long ago, doesn't it? Chemstrike Saturday, Call of Duty Ghosts, man. It feels like it was so long ago, but it really wasn't. Like, it hasn't really been that long since that game was out, and like people were playing it religiously, and I was making so many videos of it. But man, it really does seem like it, because we're almost to the end of the Advanced Warfare life cycle here. And then if you look at all the way back there to Call of Duty Ghosts and like the series that we ran back last year, it's like, wow, that seems so long ago, but it really wasn't, right? It really wasn't. But yeah, he's a very good player. He's been a very good player since he started his YouTube channel, to which you can find a link down there in the video description. But before we talk about his YouTube channel, which of course we'll be talking about his channel here at the end of the video, let's talk a little bit about the M1 Irons, right? Let's talk a little bit about this weapon and how amazingly fun it can be to run around with. The idea of a pistol has always been in Call of Duty, right? Secondaries have always been in the Call of Duty franchise in one way or another, right? They've always been there. Well, the M1 Irons, they finally said, you know what? Let's make a ridiculously powerful secondary, right? Because we've had 6-shooters, we've had revolvers, we've had these things in Call of Duty for ages. We had the 357 Magnum, we had the 44 Magnum, we had the Desert Eagles, like, right? These things are not new. But when they add in the M1 Irons, they basically said to themselves, we're going to make this thing essentially a primary weapon. Now, it's technically under the special category, but they essentially said, let's make this thing a primary weapon. This is going to be the main weapon people are going to be running around with. This is going to be a weapon that's going to be competing with assault rifles, submachine guns, snipers, LMG, shotguns, and everything else. And I definitely think they didn't disappoint. Now, I don't know the exact numbers on this thing. I think you guys should go ahead and check out Drifter's video if you guys would like to learn more about this particular pistol. In fact, I should probably go check it out just so I know the exact damage on it. But I've noticed it's basically a 2-shot kill at almost all ranges. I'm sure it drops off to 3 at a certain range, but for the most part, it's going to be a 2-shot kill weapon that's only going to have 6 shots in it because it is a 6-shooter revolver, right? So if you run this thing akimbo, and then you basically have 12 possible shots, and you can actually, pull down the triggers once and then actually get essentially a one-hit kill even though you shot 2 shots, it's definitely a very fun weapon, right? It's very unique. And that's one thing I think Advanced Warfare did very well. I think some people are sometimes quick to point out the criticisms that they have for Advanced Warfare, and maybe some things they think are wrong with the game, but definitely one of the things I think people don't talk nearly enough about Advanced Warfare is all the things they did right. And one of the things was the insane amount of weapon variety, right? This was a studio that's never worked on a Call of Duty game fully, right? They, of course, worked a little bit with Modern Warfare 3. They had a hand in the making of some Call of Duty games, but they never solo developed a Call of Duty game before. And with their first one here, Advanced Warfare, they tried so hard to try new things and make the game innovative and different. Of course, we have weapons that are different kinds of weapon tiers, right? We have enlisted, professional, elites, along with legendaries and royalties even. Like, we have all these different kinds of weapons, right? They add in a completely new system for movement, right? The movement system is completely different than anything we've ever seen in Call of Duty before. But most of all, I think the best thing that they actually did was the ridiculous amount of variety that came to the weapons. The weapons didn't feel boring, right? None of these weapons were boring to use because a lot of them were so different, and a lot of them were things we've never actually seen in the Call of Duty franchise before. The EM1 laser weapons, the M1 Irons, right? Akimbo no pistols that were as good as a primary. Of course, we've seen it in the past where we see people run around with pistols as if they were a primary. I did that. Even in Black Ops 2, I'd run around with the TAC-45 all the time because that thing's ridiculously powerful and really, really fun to use. But it was never as powerful as these things, right? So I think it's really cool that they took a lot of weapons, they changed around how they could feel, and they added in a bunch of new things to the game as compared to just going with the same formula that we see in a lot of different Call of Duty games. I think that's one of the best things that Sledgehammer did with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and I think it's something that people don't necessarily like to talk about much. I think a lot of people just like to be like, oh, exosuits, those things are stupid. But I think there is definitely a lot of things that Advanced Warfare did right, and I think one of them is the ridiculous amount of variety that we have in terms of weapon selection. But here we are with the final score after we picked up the DNA bomb. We have a maxed out scoreboard, 72 kills, 11 deaths, 6 captures, 10 defends, running around with the M1 irons. I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating where you guys feel it deserves. And if you guys would like to submit your DNA bombs for next week's episode of DNA Saturday, simply watch the videos on your screen right now. There's an annotation you guys can click, as was a link to it down in the very bottom of the video description. Feel free to check out either or. It will take you over to that video, and it will teach you everything you would ever want to know about submitting your stuff for DNA Saturday. If you guys would like to go ahead and check out Mr. Ghost Ninja 187, which is interesting. So the 2 episodes of DNA Saturday that we had this week, the first one was from Silent Ninja, this one's from Ghost Ninja, right? It's a ninja week, I suppose. But if you guys want to check him out, you guys can click the annotation on your screen or click the link to him down there in the video description. It will be the very first link down there in the description. Go ahead and check out his YouTube channel. He is actually well over 1,000 subscribers. He's a very good player, and over there on his channel you can find more recently a lot of Black Ops 3 beta content, including tutorials for using the new paint shop mode, where he basically shows you how to make like a rainbow camo, which I think is going to be something a lot of people are going to be doing. And I think I want to do like a mini series or something where kind of like we do different spotlights of different weapon camos that you guys make. That could be potentially really, really fun because you can do a lot of things with the paint shop mode, of course, in Black Ops 3. But that aside, back to his YouTube channel here. He has a lot of Black Ops 3 beta content over on his channel, including but not limited to nuclear gameplay using different weapons, as well as, of course, he has a lot of Advanced Warfare content over there as well. He is a returning guest. He's a very good player. He has over 1,000 subscribers. I definitely think you guys should go ahead and give him a look and let him know what you think of his videos, because he definitely puts a lot of time into getting the gameplay that he does. So I hope you guys all enjoyed both of this week's episodes of DNA Saturday, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. I just want to let you guys know that since it's Labor Day weekend, I will not be making a video on Sunday or Monday, but I will see you guys again on Tuesday for some more Call of Duty content and goodness. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Enjoy your weekends. Everybody be safe. I hope you guys all enjoy the videos. Remember to leave a rating. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.